What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at Siege Survival Gloria Victis. We had the opportunity to take a look at the prologue about a year ago during the Steam Festival, but the developers have been kind enough. The game comes out on the day this video will be live, and they were kind enough to send the game over like a week ago. And so anyways, I've had the 1.0 version for a little bit, and I figured we'd dive on in here today and check the game out. For those of you that may not know what it is, it's basically this war of mine set inside a castle that's being besieged. And there's little areas of the town that have already been taken over inside the curtain wall, and so you've got to sneak out and find resources and not get murdered by hostile warriors, and then bring stuff back to the internal castle. And there's going to be kind of quests and intrigue and drama along the way. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check that out and wishlist it there. I can almost guarantee you this is a game that I'm going to play through on stream at some point. We need to finish up Subnautica, which we're currently working on stream, but once that's done, you can go to my Twitch channel and I'll probably actually do a full playthrough of this one. Not super sure just yet, but I definitely am interested in the game, and so it's definitely inkling in the back of my brain. You can also check out the Discord link down below if you wanted to join my community. So anyways, let's dive on in. We got about 25-30 minutes to play around with, and we're going to use it to our best extent. Let's rock. Sixth day of summer, the year 1205, the Kingdom of Midland. We were just starting the harvest when the Ismirs struck out of nowhere, catching us off guard. Horns of war sounded throughout Edgering, and the smoke-filled city streets ran red with the blood of citizens. The savage warriors from Kargald invaded our home. The town guard fought bravely, but the Ismirs were too many. Before long, the raiders were in the main square and the city center was in flames. All we could do was send a messenger out to summon aid, while the outnumbered guards focused on protecting. Let's go with workers salvaging supplies? Knowing the fate of the castle depends on food stocks, the guards gave their lives to help salvage as much as possible. Would the extra supplies help us survive the siege? It was up to the rest of us to ensure that the sacrifice would not be squandered. The bloodshed continued unabated. Street by street, square by square, the Ismirs overran the city, murdering anyone who didn't escape in time. Then they prepared their war engines, smashing the gate connecting the town and the castle. We thought things couldn't get any worse when... a monstrous figure! The Kargalders were led by their infamous nameless champion. Nothing I'd ever seen in my entire life was more terrifying than this beast-like figure. We'd all heard tales of the huge northerners, but nothing prepared us for the sight of this monstrous man walking up the streets of our city. In our hearts, we abandoned hope. We took shelter in the keep and took stock of the situation. Supplies were limited. No doubt the Ismirs would soon attack. The castle, only part of the Edgering still uncaptured, was now under siege, and it was up to us to support our soldiers as they fight to stave off the enemy until relief comes. The bastion must hold. Alright, so here we are. We can move our character around, totally like RTS style, just kind of click around. We can rotate and move the camera around. There's a guy on the castle wall. Apparently my name is Flint. Alright, so I was a worker. I never thought my life could completely change within just a day. Yesterday I was doing my work around the animals, and now I'm in the ruins of a castle surrounded by savage invaders, hoping relief will come. May the Forefather protect us in these times. Okay, well, let's go talk to this dude over here. You recognize the man before you. It's Bertram, a local carpenter. You're relieved to see that he's survived. It's clear, however, that the events of the last day have scarred him in a terrible way. He sits there, seemingly unaware of your presence, shivering and pressing his hand to his chest. As you check him for wounds, you notice something in his clenched hand. It's a small scorched doll. You realize that this man has lost his family. There is nothing you can do for that kind of pain, and yet a warm meal might snap him out of his state of shock. The kitchen was destroyed by the Ismir trebuchets. First, you'll have to build a fireplace. With all the debris around, you will surely have no difficulty finding firewood and other materials. Alright, well, let's make a meal for Bertram then. A carpenter is a useful ally to have in times like this. My old man's a carpenter, and there's about nothing that he can't jimmy to rig together. Like, it's amazing what you can make with a few pieces of firewood. The items you've collected are in the center window. You can move them with the left mouse button and drag and drop them or by using take. Okay, so we got some fibers over there. We've got some wood on that side. I don't know how many I'm going to need in order to build up all this stuff. Is anything else lootable, or was that the one debris pile that they're going to give me access to? That looks like it might be the singular debris pile that's going to be available to us for right now. So we can do a building menu right here. And so we've got a stump with a sawhorse. Oh, never mind. This is the tutorial. All right, so we've got a fireplace. We need more stuff for the fireplace. We need materials. Okay, but we can do a stump with a sawhorse, so we'll think about that. The stump with the sawhorse, I don't know where I want to put it. I mean, this looks like a decent spot over here. That looks like an okay spot right there. Let's just put it right out front, actually. So it looks like, actually, it won't go flush, and that's going to bother me as I play the game. I like my stuff to be flush, dude. That's what I prefer my things to always be flushinated. And right now, dude, I'm not feeling so flush. The non-flushness is not cash money. All right, so we'll order him to build that real fast, and we're going to take our weird little peasant hat that we've got on right here, our disembodied hood, and see if we can get the dude. We should bring that back, actually, dude. A wearable hood that you can just put onto any outfit. Like, we're relegated to hoodies and coats nowadays. I feel like we could do better. Like, why have a coat with a hoodie and stuff if you could just get, like, a detachable one, you know what I mean? This is where you can craft new items, okay? So we need to make firewood is what it wanted me to do. So we've got firewood and we've got planks over here. All right, yeah, make some firewood. Sounds like a plan to me, and then we'll try to recover the rest of the stuff to get the campfire up and running. Boom. I am a master of woodworking. Now we just need to find some raw food laying around. Apparently there's a big bundle over here, so maybe that'll help out. Go and grab a bundle of carrots and spuds. Gonna dig that stuff up out of the mud. Alright, so we've got our materials for the campfire, rotten food, we got some eggies, and we got some fibers. Sounds good. Alright, get back on over here, and then we will build ourselves a fireplace. Bam, bam, bomb. I'll probably put the fireplace just right here in the center. Seems like a good spot for it to me. We'll center it up, and we'll just put it right there. Build away, my friend, for the Ides of Fate are no longer with us. Only through the procured and cooked tubers shall we find our remediation. Alright, so over here, we can make a meal on that side with one egg. I think that's a good plan. So we'll make an eggy real fast. Dude, I love eggs. I'll make like some scramblies, dude, and I'll just throw like some onions in it, and then I cover the top with some Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar cheese, just so it's like a pat, you know what I mean? And then we're good to go. Is the thing inside my inventory right now? It is. Okay, so let's give it to this guy. I didn't know what that button would do. I think it's just a fast craft, but I didn't want to risk it. Bertram is right where you left him, shivering and pressing the doll to his chest. His eyes stare absently, pain frozen on his face. It's as though his mind just cannot escape what must have been his darkest moment. He barely notices your presence, but you make him eat. Bite after bite, you see the life come back into him. Finally, he puts down the bowl and falls asleep. It's safe to guess he hasn't shut his eyes once since yesterday. Bertram's recovery would be better if he had even a simple bed which you could build with materials lying in the streets. The gate connecting the city to the castle is damaged, but you recall there's a secret passage leading to the city market. You could use that and look for supplies under the cover of night. But wait a minute, who is that man standing by the gate leading to the bastion? The soldier standing before you is caked in blood, his eyes dim with exhaustion and the tunic on his armor torn to shreds. Only once he speaks, you recognize Galvic, an experienced garrison member known and liked by the citizens for his cordial attitude. He's stunned speechless by the loss of his aunt and nieces and yet another blow falling on a man already exhausted. There's no time to grieve. Izmir's will attack soon, he says. We must resupply before that happens. Then he reveals that a group of soldiers is searching through the city as well, but they haven't come back. That's why he needs your help. We need arrows, a lot of them. Of course, it'll take days to craft them from scratch, but how about the Bowyer's workshop in the city? That's our chance. Hurry, says Galvik. Our lives depend on you. You return to the bastion. Okay, we will scavenge the city. Now, you can make preparations before you go into the city. The map displayed on the left shows secret paths to and from the castle. Only one of them is available at the moment. You will find a way to unlock others. You will be able to start your night in different parts of the city. In the top right corner, you can see the backpack of the selected character, each of them having a different number of slots available. Think about the items you might need during the scavenging and move them from your common supplies to the backpack. Torches, shovels, and weapons are usual choices. Okay, so we have a torch right there. We'll take that. Do we have a shovel or any of the other things? Somehow I doubt it. Yeah, we don't have the other things, so we just have the torch for right now. Let's give it a go. Alright, so we've entered the despoiled city. We can move faster by double-clicking, but it's a good idea to move carefully and mind your surroundings. Alright, how do we know where we can loot at? And apparently now my camera is fixed to my character. Ah, we know because there's a hand icon. Okay, dead guy in a tree. Alright, so we've got some fibers and some wood. I'll take it. A little bit more over here. I don't know if there's going to be enemies around. We may just want to hustle this out. We've got some cloth, some greens, and herbs. It looks like the clock freezes so that we can actually take stock of our inventory, which is good. I'm going to move around quickly because I doubt on the first night they're going to try to murder me. You found the Bowyer's workshop. Needless to say, the Izmirs are here. It's scorched and looted. Its owner hangs from a nearby tree with a dozen arrows sticking out of his body. As you gaze on the destruction, a chilling wind reminds you why you're here. Find arrows for the soldiers. You prowl through the workshop looking for the precious arrows among piles of broken parts and burnt-out figures or furniture. Time passes, but you can't find any. As you're about to give up, you spot a flash in the dark under a broken roof beam. Is it? Yes, the arrows for the bastion defenders. You pull them out, but they're stuck under a beam. You pull and pull until they're yours. The beam collapses on top of you with all of its weight. Pain shoots through your whole body, and it takes you ages to get free. As you leave the workshop, you see something's changed. The Bowyer's corpse has been taken down, and an old woman leans over the body in the shade of a tree. She's sobbing, exhausted, and you guess she must be his mother. She had risked her life to cut her son down and bury him in a shallow grave. She struggles to move him, but she hurts herself with the axe underneath his belt. The woman is startled to see you approach, but you see the relief as she realizes you want to help. Once the corpse is buried, she gives you a sack and walks away into the dark. It's a bundle of arrows and some valuables. I was hoping we would get the axe, actually. Like, it makes no sense to me that we would bury the axe. It's kind of a bummer. Now we don't have a way to, like, fight. I'm wounded, so I need bandages to fix that up. Wood and meat. Okay. What else do we have around? We got herbs down here. Oh, fresh vegetables. I don't have room for them, though. Oof. I hate the fact that we're full up already. I really do. What is this? This is where the gate to the high city, the wealthiest district, used to be. Used to be because the gate, hit by a trebuchet projectile, has collapsed into rubble. No doubt there'd be good pickings on the other side, but is it possible to clear it? The rubble is compressed and blocked by collapsed beams. They are jammed. They could only be moved from the other side. It looks like the wonders of the famed high city will remain out of your reach for now. Okay, well, at least we got the arrows for the defenders, so maybe that'll buy us a little bit of room to avoid getting murked. We've got some herbs. I mean, for healing and for tonics and things of that nature, I would assume. What do we have inside this debris pile? We got some wood. I'll take that for sure. Oh, it swapped it. They only stacked to the 5s. Phew, okay. We need these materials, like, really, really bad. How bad, I wonder, do I need the fibers? I'll take that stuff, I guess. Oh, but that was for the bed. Ugh. So the fibers are actually, like, mandatory for right now. Maybe I'll take that instead. We'll leave. We got the cloth. Let's stock up on wood for the moment. And materials. I'd like to finish that materials stack before we go. So we need a shovel to get into there. Got a little bit more wood. We've got valuables, though. We can probably use those for trading. I'm going to stack and grab whatever I can while we're in the neighborhood. I mean, I don't see a reason not to. Some more fibers. I want to stack everything up to 5, like, wherever I can. We still have that egg left over for food. We can burn a corpse right there. All right, let's burn the corpse. What does burning the corpse actively do? It probably, like, lowers a plague meter or something later on. There we go. So we burn the body. That should presumably get it out of the way. I mean, there's ravens everywhere, dude. A little bit more wood. Fill out that stack real fast. Oh, the torch used up my... Oh. I've got 10 wood, so I'm going to leave the wood right there for right now. We've still got enough time. It looks like... Oh, the arrow's going to there. Okay, so this is rotating. Gotcha. Some more valuables. I'll take those. There was 2 piles over here. What's in this pile? We've got damaged light armor. Got fibers. I'm going to take the armor. That seems like it might be a useful find. And then I think we just, like... I think we vamonos, dude. Let's get out of here. I don't want to cut this too close to daylight. It looks like we're going to scout on the way back anyways and figure out other areas. I don't know if, like, the amount of hostiles in this area is going to change as the game goes along, but we're, like, full up for right now. We got food for tomorrow. We got the stuff we need to make the bed. We got the arrows. We completed all the quests we needed to complete to make everybody happy, so I think it'll work out. The night was calm, but the enemy assault can come at any time, and we must prepare. We should use this chance to help the soldiers in the bastion. A new day begins. We give the arrows to the bastion. Let's see. You can see reports about enemy assault. Sometimes you need to scout to get this information. It's important to keep the bastion's strength as high as possible. Okay. So they have arrows. Armament status is good. Our supplies. I can put the bundle of arrows inside of there, and that makes them definitely more prepared. So that gives us a strength of 35 versus the 35 of the enemy. I think that sounds good. Yeah, send that stuff. I think we've got limited time to get things figured out. Oh, wow, we do. We have, like, really limited time. But because it's raining, maybe we get a longer night period? Seems like it. It seems Bertram is feeling better. The loss of his family had a crushing impact on him that only time can fully heal. Nevertheless, the carpenter is recovered and is ready to rejoin the fight. It was Flint, right? I remember you visiting my workshop once or twice with Galvic. Thank you for your help. Let's take care of the animals and find fresh water. Bertram is right. Fresh water is paramount. In a stroke of bad luck, the castle well took a direct hit from a trebuchet. Still, maybe if you clear away the debris, you can repair it. You need to try. Okay. So we can swap between characters using the tab key. Let's go ahead and we'll see if we can collect things over here. It may take some time, but it'll clear us out for a little bit more time to get things done. All right, so we got that from the rubble. We got that from the rubble. You go ahead and construct a bed in the keep. So where's the bed at? We've got a workbench. We've got a dryer. We've got a fireplace, a butcher's table. I don't think that's what we're looking for. Yeah, maybe he can do it from over there. Meanwhile, you go salvage that real fast. Alright, so you can build beds to ensure better rest for survivors. Gives faster recovery to the wounded. Remember to give them bandages or medication if their situation is serious. Your characters can only get back on their feet with a combination of rest and healing items. Alright, so build a bed. And then he searched that stuff up right there. Do we have bandages for right now? Okay. While he's building the bed, see if maybe we can get this going. Let's see here. Perhaps we could find potable water in the city market under the cover of darkness. It's risky, but it's the best choice that you have. Okay, scavenge everything. I want everything cleared out first and foremost. All right, so inside the rubble, we got herbal medicine, some greens and herbs. Good, 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 good. Harvest that pile right there, and then harvest this pile right here. All right, so cloth and valuables. I like that. Come back over here, and whatever we can build, let's build it. We've got a dryer, used to preserve meat, vegetables, and dried greens. Or we can get a workbench that'll let us make tools, torches, and bundles of arrows. We have an animal carcass already, so like we need to process that. So I think the butcher's table is our next goal. With the butcher's table, let's just kind of place that I don't know what the front of the butcher's table is in the back. I think this is the front side. I would definitely recommend they add an indicator, though, to each of those. With you right here, we've got some more fibers and things. With the hen house, it's now all cleared out. So we have to manage our animals. They can be useful. Well-fed chickens lay eggs. To feed the animal, we can give them food from the... Okay, all right. So all of our animals are hungry, or we can kill them off. We have fodder here, so maybe that'll help out. And then we've got rotten food on this side. Will that even help? It looks like we can feed them herbs, too, but I don't know if I want to go that hard on my herb supply. Yeah, go ahead and feed the chickens real fast. I don't know what the pigs have going on. How did that help us? Did that do a good job? They've been fed. Okay. What about you guys over here? They are very hungry. Can I take, like, one of these out? I think the slop was for them. I shouldn't have given it to the chickens. I bet you the slop was... I didn't think about it while I was doing it. In fact, I didn't even notice the piggies. So, little concerned about that. The egg doesn't help at all. Just go ahead and do it, I guess. They're still hungry. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like there's much else over here. Flint is wounded. So put him to bed. You go over here and build. Yeah, take that bandage real fast. Good. So now he's en route to recover. Okay, so with the butchery table, we can do something over here. Hold on a second. There we go. So we can butcher this carcass. And if we had... Oh, we could make fodder from the rotten stuff that I found. Okay, does this stuff rot? Go ahead and do it, if nothing else. And then flint. There we go. I was going to say, how do I get him to sleep? It folds out. Okay. So he's resting to get himself all patched up. We'll probably take Bertram out tonight. Oh, he's working slower because he's sad. Gotcha. Okay, well, at least nobody's hungry or anything else. Flint saved me and took care of me when I was broken, and I owe him. But I shouldn't save my wife and child. I could only watch as he passed me by and hear their cries. I can't escape the feeling that I've failed my family. I can't undo what has happened. I must survive and be the best man that I can be. Well, man, that's pretty much all you can do in a situation like this. Rough one there, amigo. How long does it take him to get rested? It looks like I can rummage down here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Like, is there anything to actually find there? Oh, wow, that's a really long search timer. Okay, so you got to get in there, like, deep. I probably should have made another torch or something, too, for going out in the city tonight, but I feel like that's life. Like, sometimes things are not going to go the way that you want them to. We'll let this ride out until nightfall, and then we'll do one more scavenging trip. All right, it's officially nighttime. I think we're going to take Bertram out. I think that's our best. Oh, he's only got an 8 slot instead of a 9 slot. So Flint is actively like our better scavenger, whereas this guy is more of kind of like a tidies up the base kind of guy. Okay. Well, did I select Bertram? Okay, yeah, he's selected. I just wanted to make sure. We'll send him outside and... Yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, we've got two, oh, we've got an inactive passage on that side. Okay, well, let's take him out. I mean, there was plenty of stuff still out here that we had not gotten our hands on. Let's move him around. I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. I mean, last night we didn't really need all the time in the world either. It looks like he's just got like a beat stick to fight with. Okay, that'll have to do for right now. They want me to find clean water. Well, there's a barrel right here. Hey, 7 water. So we got 7 out of the 10. That'll maybe hold us for a little bit. We need a shovel to clear that out, so that's not going to be accessible for a little bit. Some wood and some materials. Let's just hustle this out about as fast as we can. Yep. Come on, Lady Luck. Be with me out here. Okay, a little bit of wood. We're pretty good on wood. This looks like it might be food or something that we can bring back with us too. I haven't really been cooking meals lately, but I got a feeling they're gonna be oh, it's not. It's cloth. Okay, fair enough. A bunch of lootable spots over here. I haven't seen a hostile yet, so I'm not going to act like there's hostiles around. I'm going to guess that this is kind of like the first couple areas in this War of Mine where you don't really inherently have to worry too much about somebody running up on you, kicking the hell out of you. The downside is the water does not stack to the level that I want it to stack to, so I may leave the 2 extra water back here for like a final trip. Oh, we got an improvised shovel. Okay. All right, get the shovel, and maybe I'll spend some time tonight clearing out one of the rubble piles. A little bit more wood inside of there. We've got an empty stack, so I think it's not a bad idea. That's just all wood. Okay. What's inside of here? More water. Oh, dirty water. Okay. So we got an option here. We can clear the debris on this side to get up into that area, or we can clear the debris on this right-hand side. The right-hand side looks like it opens up a passage to like a greater part of the city, and so I think that's the one that I'm going to hazard my guess on. I only have 1 shovel, so like, might as well give it a go. Where was that at? There it is. Okay, shovel it out of the way, dude. Oh, wow, that goes much quicker than I thought. I thought this was going to be like a multi-day project. Good. We can get that done before the end of the day. That'll be fantastic. And there's not that much loot left around like all the other areas, so I think we'll be all right. Okay. Enemy patrols. Enemies guard the city at night. Avoid their attention. Remain undetected. If you stay in their field of view or make a noise, they become aware. Then it's a matter of seconds before you get detected unless you escape in time. Okay, so we know enemies are going to be back here. Oh, there's hiding spots. Gotcha. Let's see what we can get out of this last loot pile. We've got some rotten food. We actually, like, need that. Yeah, if I can use that to make feed for the pigs. That sounds like a good start. Okay, grab all that stuff, and then we're going back. I don't know if we have all the way until it goes back up to the sun, or if this is just kind of like the little warning period right here. I think that's giving us a rough synopsis of how dangerous the area is, but we're like full up anyways, so yeah, we'll head back. Alright, you must get ready for the worst. The enemies are preparing to attack, and we have to support our soldiers and help them stop the assault. Okay, Flint's ready to rock. Let's take a look at what we can do down here with the piggies. Apparently he is dying of thirst. Well, we have water over here. Meanwhile, you're kind of thirsty. I'll probably leave you alone then. I want to play around with how it's all going to work, and I want to see if I can actually leave them for that long. It looks like we've got fertilizer over here that the pigs produce. Okay. Henhouse, you got any eggies for me? We got 2 eggies right there. All right, eggies for all. He's drinking water. How did that do for his water stat? Oh, it just boosts him down by 1 level. Okay. All right, well then we'll just get everybody hydrated then. I don't think we have another option. What I would like to do though is if you could cook up 2 meals. Yeah, we'll feed everybody. And then you... Let's see here. The enemy is firing siege engines. A flying rock can cause serious damage if it hits a character or workshop, but some of the stones can be collected and used to strengthen the walls. The defenders do everything they can to defend the castle against invaders. The items you provide them with to give them a light of hope for survival. The arrangements of bars and numbers represent the distribution of forces in combat. After the battle is over, they are refreshed and the summary is displayed. Okay. Well, we'll try to keep everybody out of the way of getting hit in the face with a giant rock. Alright, well, you eat a meal. You come back and eat a meal. And then you work on... Hey, stop. Come back over here and eat a meal. And then you rummage. Okay, so for right now, we're all right. I think it's a good idea that we go back over here and we see if we can build anything. We got herbal medicine from rubble. Okay. Over on this side, we can get a workbench. I think that's a really good idea to start out with. We'll put the workbench, I guess, over here. Or maybe we'll put it, like, right out front. It really bothers me that I can't put some of this stuff flush. Like, I want it to be, like, perfectly flush up against the walls, but it just doesn't seem to want to allow that. There we go. All right, so we'll get that moving. Yeah, you keep actually go to the rubble piles. Try not to get hit by anything. I actually wish more rubble piles would kind of impact closer. Rocks. Makes sense that we get rocks from a pile of rocks. I don't think I have any complaints about that. It seems realistic enough. From the butchery table, is it possible to make some slop? So we've got fodder over here. Yeah, make the fodder. Oh, this is inefficient materials. Oh, we can use the rotten food for it. Don't I have rotten food? I do have rotten food. It was a tough battle. We provided our troops with enough supplies and they stopped the Izmir assault with minimal losses. Let's keep it that way. Okay. Butcher table. So it doesn't look like I can interact with that and drop it off over here. Oh, I need 2 of them. Well, we just got the eggs for free, so let's do it with the inefficient stuff first. What can I do over here? I can make shovels if we can get our hands on some planks. We've got tools. We've got arrows. Okay, let's go plank some wood then. He's a carpenter, so I assume he's going to get a bonus to getting this done quickly. I don't know if letting him sleep for the duration of the day is actually going to do, like, a great job. Let's go ahead and we'll make, like, 4 planks real fast. You guys just get that mashed out. Alright, so he's got the fodder. Let's go check on the chickens, and we'll check on the pigs. Like, I don't think the pigs will eat the fodder, maybe, but, like, I guess we'll find out. I'll give you, like, not both of those. Yeah, we'll give you one of those. And then we'll also feed the pigs the exact same way. Okay. That'll have to do. My name is Splattercat. This is Gloria Victis. I hope you guys liked it. Gloria Victis Siege Survival. I will more than likely be playing this on Twitch once I finish up Subnautica Below Zero with my audience. You're more than welcome to join me. I think the game seems pretty cool. I love this War of Mine. I can't even count how many times I've beaten this War of Mine, and this game is very, very similar, just in a different setting. And so anyways, I think it's a recipe for success. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you for stopping on in. This game's available now through Steam, and that's all I got for you. Bye-bye.